Hi everyone and welcome to another Flosstube video. In today's video we have a lot of fun things. I have no fully finishes. I do have a couple more of those little ornaments that I was working on last week that I finished a couple more of those. Some work in progress, and I also have a bunch of haul and other fun stuff. So yeah, let's head into it. But first, if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for returning. This week you just stepped over 250 of you. I have more than 250 subscribers here. It has gone so fast. I want to thank you so much for enjoying my content enough to subscribe. Thank you. And if you are new here, thank you so much for coming. I hope you will enjoy. This channel is mostly about cross stitch. My name is Marika. I come from Stockholm, Sweden, where I live with my boyfriend and my 2 cats. By the way, there will be cat hair on my projects. I usually roll them off, but I have long-haired cats. That's just life. But yes, hi. Let's go over to the agenda. So we're gonna start off with some work in progress. Then we have the ornaments. So I'm just gonna write the ornaments. I have a little bit of haul. I also have a very small store update, and I'm putting it at the end because if you're not interested in those kind of things, you can always leave before. And if there is something you just want to skip over, there is timestamps in the description down below that corresponds to my agenda. So yes, let's start with works in progress. And right now I basically work exclusively on 2 projects. And the work in progress I'm going to show you is the Old Fashioned by Shannon Christine Designs. I'm going to link everything in the description down below. I am working on some chalkboard, 16 count chalkboard Aida with the shorted DMC. There is a couple of changes I'm going to show you, but this is where I am so far. Yes, I do have the bottom done there, so I do have the whole border, but this is what I done this week is the hot chocolate and all of these little flakes and the little swirl. So what I'm doing different with this is I am using Blanc instead of B5200. That is because, as I always say, I have a Kono Blanc, so I have a lot of white thread, so I'd rather use that than buy more skeins of white. The other thing I am doing is that this is supposed to be teal or blue, like a tealish blue kind of a tone. However, I don't use teal in my Christmas design or Christmas decorating, so I opted to take the brown that they have in other places in the project and just add that to that little box. Also the cup will be changing color, but that was that work in progress. So we have the next section, which is the ornaments. So the ornaments, I don't know where to place them because they're like mini finishes, so they probably should be in like FOs, but at the same time the whole project itself, because I'm doing it on one piece of fabric, well, that is not finished until I've done all of them. So yeah, I'm putting them in the ornaments. So let's start with the ornaments. Let's see. Can I scoop back? Can you get it? Can I? No, I can't even get this. But I'm gonna do close-ups on them right in a minute. But these are all of the ornaments that I have done so far. Yeah. So a little note, I am stitching this on 16 count Aida pewter by Swagard. I am very much in my 16 count Aida phase at the moment. Everything I stitch is on 16 count Aida, and I think it's because it goes very fast. And also I really like these like lighter, milder colors. I am looking into getting a darker like tan color of 16 count also to continue kind of build upon my designs. But right now this is not pewter. Platinum, Aida. Sorry, this is platinum, Aida. So last week I showed you all the way up to this one. So let's fold this. Let's fold this. I am so prepared today. We're professionals today. But yeah, the first one I did is this week. So I started directly after I recorded last week's video. I started up on them again. See if I can get it to focus. There you go. I have this little penguin. And if you didn't see last week's video, these all come from the Cross Stitch Favorite magazine of 2022, and I got it in the World of Cross Stitching magazine app on the iPad. So I paid Swedish 79 SEK. I do not know what kind of value that is going to be in your apps if you are going through the app. Anyhow, I bought it through the app. It is a 24-day of Christmas advent calendar, and I am replacing the numbers in the calendar. Sometimes I'm just removing them if I feel the design is balanced enough. Sometimes I replace them with something just to kind of fill out the design. So to begin with, we have the little penguin here. The penguin has, I took this design and I just made a smaller version to replace the number. Hindsight, you know, hindsight is 2020. I would have flipped the little candy cane because the balance had would be better if I had flipped it. All of these are designed by Doreen Jones. And she's like amazing. I like her designs. Like, this is what I grew up with, these kind of outline designs, so I'm kind of into them again. I like them. This next one I'm doing, which is number 7, is this Christmas pudding, and I made that leaf. That leaf I actually completely designed. I even downloaded my Mac Stitch. So now I have Mac Stitch on my computer again, so now I can start charting things and designing things. I am so excited for this. So excited. But this is the little pudding. Then we have the little fox. I only removed the number for the fox, so you know. Didn't do anything special. And we have... Ooh, dumb. There we go. We have the tree. Again, I only removed the number. And finally we have the polar bear, which I also just removed the number. By the way, whenever I write polar bear or anything, I want to write ice bear because that is basically the direct translation in Swedish. So in Swedish we call it an ice bear and not a polar bear. And yeah, I'm about to say ice bear all the time. I even had to rewrite the text on Instagram because of that, because I'm hopeless. I have 2 more for you. We have the holly and berries. This is the same little leaf that I made for number 7. And then we have number 12, which is all of these little packages. And what I did here was basically take the same bow from the blue package, and then I just shrunk it down and used yellows instead. So just made a little smaller package to fit. If I had made it the same size, I had already done the top border when I decided to do this, but also I feel like it has a little bit more life, being that they are different sizes. So yeah, that was the last one. That is number 12. So I now have 12 left to go. Yes, I'm insane. They take me about a day to stitch, so there's still like 2 weeks of these little things, and I am going to try to record when I make these into ornaments. I think the plan is to split them up in 4 different piles and make 4 different kinds of ornaments, but we'll see. Time has a tendency to run out on me, but I want to try it. If you do want to see tutorials on how to make these into ornaments, please comment in the description. That would be awesome. So yes, that is all on my stitching this week. So I haven't stitched, I stitched a lot, but like just on those ornaments. But now we have the whole portion. So first of all, we're gonna go through my stitches or the patterns that I purchased, and I purchased one and downloaded one, but I'm gonna go through them anyway because they are the plans I have for November. So whenever I have finished all of those ornaments, I will put in another project in my frame, and that is going to be this one. I think it's called Christmas Time. It is a free pattern from Fat Quarter Stitches. It was a stitch along, but I totally blanked on that one. I love the design. I'm gonna do it a little bit different because they do a lot of variegated threads. I'm not a variegated thread person, so we'll see. But that is the one that I'm gonna do next. I also purchased, this is a purchase, and that is this one, which is a Jingle Bell Cafe. Also, this is by Stitching with the Housewife, and I really like their designs. However, I'm not fully a person that wants to have black fabric as my design. This one is gonna go together with everything else in my coffee nook, so I felt because it's gonna go with this one, the old-fashioned, I thought it would be great just to keep on with the fabric. And also I looked it up, and I'm pretty sure that I can stitch on the other piece of this and fit it on there, so that I get to choose the 16 count chalkboard pieces with 2 different designs. I love their designs. A lot of their designs are made with white stitches, so they're made to be stitched on darker fabrics. So we'll see how many I will do by them, but this one, it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. I just wish that chalkboard was a design feature in the rest of my apartment, but it really isn't. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, I love that one. Then we have a little bit of a more expensive purchase, and that is this one. It is teeny tiny. This is an external hard drive. This is one of these external hard drives that is easy to travel with. I already have 3 external hard drives. 2 of them are basically full. One 1/2 terabyte and one 3 terabyte. Then I have my working disk, which is starting to get full, so I need a new one, and we are going to travel a little bit later this year, so I wanted to have something that I could travel with, so I picked this up. This is the Samsung T7 SSD drive, and the reason why I'm showing this is A, because I'm going to use it for Flosstube also, but B, I wanted to remind you to back up all of your patterns. If you have digital patterns, back them up. If you have paper patterns, you can actually back them up on digital media as long as they are for backups. Do not sell them, do not give the digital files to anyone, but you can photograph your patterns and you can back them up or photograph them to be able to use them and work with them. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know what's gonna happen. Back up your patterns. You're gonna be super sad if your computer crashes and you have no patterns left. I have mine in the cloud, but also on external hard drives. So yes. I have one more thing. I have purchased bead storage, and I really like this one. When we're going back to when I was doing Flosstube last time, or was Flosstube adjacent last time, I don't know how to explain that. There was this boxes, kind of bigger boxes, that was used very much when it come to bead storage. They have since been kind of taken over by card making. There's a lot of card makers that actually have those bigger boxes for sequins, but when I went looking for a bead storage, I couldn't find one, and then I found this. This is actually for diamond painting storage, but I love it. So it is 64 of these little teeny tiny boxes. They look like these. They have a lid. Oh, let me do this. So the lid is you can open the lid just halfway, so you can just like pour out a couple of them, or you can push up the lid from the little plastic thing to get out every one of them. The reason why I picked this up, because as I said, I've been cleaning up my office and I'm finding things. I found one box with some like miscellaneous cross-stitch stuff, and in there I had little plastic bags with beads that was left over from my Mill Hill project. This is my only Mill Hill project that I have done 3 of these, and I've given them away, but this is I think this is the last one, the one I wanted to keep for myself. Made them because of the cute little cat, and I really like it. But one thing with these Mill Hill kits is that you get a lot of beads with them. So you always get some beads extra. I think they weigh the beads instead of counting them. So you always get more beads than you need. And if we kind of compare, these are, oh, it has a green bead in it. These are the red beads from 3 of these kits. This is a newly opened package of beads. As you see, you get 1/3 of a package when you do your kits. And I forgot to keep the description for this, so I actually reached out to a friend that just recently made these and asked the colors of the beads, and then I have written with just a marker, permanent marker, on the lid the number of the bead, so then I can use them for any project that contains beads. So yes, that is my bead storage, my new bead storage. Again, I'm gonna link it in the description. Really like it. I like that it's little. Also, I like that the handle can fold down perfectly, so you can just store it as a normal box and you don't have to care about the handle, and it has really good clasps on it. So really like this. Yeah, my latest purchase. Then we have the last thing, and that is my store update. We're getting down to it. So my store update is basically something I have had laying around for a couple of years. I had a period when I invested a lot of money into the store, including a lot of fabric, which you can find there. But I also picked up a bunch of Mill Hill stuff. The plan was to make patterns that contained beads in them, and that also used my dyed fabric, and then put those two together, make the pattern, and make it possible to buy the beads and the pattern at the same time. However, all of this came down to, like, I couldn't dye anymore because my back, I still have back issues, and I don't know, everything just went into each other. So when these arrived, I just packed them into little boxes and thought, well, I'm gonna handle that later, and I didn't. So they have been lying in boxes like these. So it's like it's a proper storage, and they're hidden away, so they haven't been affected by light. And I put all of these beads up on my Etsy store. So if there are any beads you need, you can always head over there and look. I'm gonna give you, there is, I actually went in, when I listed these, I went into my, into Wishelt, because Wishelt is my wholesale for anything Mill Hill, including some other things. And I saw that their Magnifica beads is not purchasable at the moment, like none of them. They don't have any. I searched for all the Magnifica beads and they don't seem to have them for possibility to buy. So I just wanted to note that I have 4 different colors of the Magnifica beads in store. So they are a little bit smaller than the normal glass beads, but I do have a few package of them. They are more expensive, but they actually are a lot more expensive to buy wholesale than any other glass beads. They're several dollars per package. So yeah, so I have some orange, some black, or some autumn fire or something it's called, some black, some yellow, and I also have these little purple Magnifica glass beads. Otherwise it's a couple of colors of glass beads and a couple of colors of frozen glass beads, and I think 1 antique. But I'm gonna link in the description down below a link directly to the section where I have them all, so they're very easy to be found. I also have, I haven't put them in the store yet, but I do have a couple of these Kranic number 4 braids, that's the word, braids. So I have a neon yellow, a glittery green, and some gold. So please let me know if you want me to put them in the store. They might go up later today or later this week. I have a fairly intense week coming up. Both I need to be in the office both on Tuesday and Wednesday. I usually work 100% from home, 100% remote. However, I have to have some meetings that I have to have in person on Tuesday, and I also am gonna celebrate the release on Wednesday. And then on Thursday and Friday I'm actually off because Christopher's parents, so basically my in-laws, are coming to visit, and we are gonna head to a craft fair on Friday. So that is gonna be super awesome. I kind of been saving up all my money. That is why I don't have that much haul right now and haven't had any haul this month, is because I'm saving up all my money. I have so many things I need to purchase, and I thought buying them at the fair would make it easier for me because I can buy them in person. Like, I need a new roller cutter thingy for my quilting. I also need some blades for that. I need some new rollers. I need some quilting fabrics to be able to finish off my ornaments. Maybe even some quilting fabric to finish off the old-fashioned, we'll see. And then just everything, fabric, yarn, all of the stuff. We usually don't get that much cross-stitching in our fairs. That is a little bit sad, but cross-stitching hasn't been huge in Sweden for a while. When I was younger, when I was, like, say 15-20 years ago, there were always 2 or 3 places that had cross-stitching and were selling pretty good, but that has kind of dwindled year by year, and the last couple of years it's been mainly jersey fabrics. A lot of mothers have bought overlocks and make jersey clothes for all the children, so there are a lot of children jersey fabrics, which is not my thing, and stuff like that. So it's a sewing and handicraft fair in reality. So there's a couple of sewing machines companies, there's a couple of quilt companies, some yarn, a little bit of everything, but there's very little cross-stitching. So I'm not going there for cross-stitching, I'm going there for basically everything else around it. But yes, that is the end for today. I hope I've made any kind of sense. Still fighting those migraines. Did have my Botox last Friday. However, I bled a lot this time, so I probably have like little red marks and blue marks all across my forehead, and also in my hairline. I get 31 points where they add Botox, so up eyebrows, my hairline, back hairline, and my shoulders. So in total 31 marks to kind of treat my migraines, and they really do treat my migraines. It's just been a very stressful last couple of weeks, health and doctors and stuff, those kind of things, but hopefully my migraines will have laid down by Monday, Tuesday, and hopefully I will be able to have fun on Friday. It's gonna be a little bit more relaxed. Thursday I have half the day for myself because I took the day off, so I can clean a little bit, I can relax, I can wake up, and yeah, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be nice then coming over. So yeah, I am going to close down today. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please thumbs it up. It means a lot to me. And if you have any questions, comment down below. Anything I can help to say, just ask any questions. Also, do you want me to do those tutorials on how to make the ornaments? Please reach out or comment everything. You can comment anything down below. I'm game. And yeah, if you want to see more like this, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate that so many of you want to see me on a weekly basis. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Big hearts to all of you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.